Hi, geniuses. So this is Miss Rebecca, and we have Mr. Genius Rockmo with us. And I'm going to be walking him through how to use bit paper. So we're going to do this as an example for all of you geniuses at home, so that way you feel better prepared when it comes to tutoring with Miss Rebecca. I want you to feel confident in knowing all the different tools and gadgets there are to use within bit paper, because it's really cool and it's honestly super fun, and we can both work on the same bit paper simultaneously. So first off, this is the bit paper, and so what Miss Rebecca will do is she creates a specific bit paper for you. So she'll upload worksheets on there, she'll put different math equations, or maybe it might be spelling words or sentences on there, and I'm going to be sending you that link, that specific link for you, and I'll send it to you before class, or it might be during the Zoom call, and I'll send it to you in the chat box, and you'll just click on that link, you'll copy it, and then you'll paste it into the web browser, and it has to be Google Chrome, because that is the most optimized web browser for this app, because if you go on any other ones, a lot of the times it just glitches and it just doesn't work. So Google Chrome is like the best one to use. So once you go to your bit paper, you're going to notice at the very bottom there is a paint palette. So if Mr. Rockmo can go to that paint palette, cool, yes. And then you're going to see all these different colors. You can choose whatever color you want. So let's see what Mr. Rockmo chooses, any color.
I choose the blue, I believe.
Blue, okay. And then right now, and then you're going to click on the pen button. The one next to it? Yeah, cool. It's okay. And then you're gonna just, I don't know, draw whatever you want.
Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. No
Okay,
one's
it's
here.
okay.
No one's here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna mute my mic, okay? All right.
Okay. Okay, so he's gonna just draw whatever, and let's see what he draws. Super cool. It's square. Oh, it's a cube? Okay. All right. Awesome. How cool. Okay. Hello. And then, okay, so right next to the paint palette is the pen tool, which is the one Mr. Rockman just used. So it's like a pencil. And this is best used when we're like drawing on here, because sometimes we'll draw on here, or for playing games. And also we'll use it to write down answers for like math equations. You can either do fractions with the pencil or the pen, sorry, and then, or you can use the text tool. So hold on. So after the pen, we see next to it is an eraser. So if Mr. Rockmo can click on that. So he can erase. So go ahead and erase. And it erases whatever you erased. And let's say stop. Stop real quick. Okay, so let's say you're like, oh, I didn't want to erase that specific line. What you're gonna do is go all the way to the right, and there's an undo button. It's right there on the bottom right corner, right above there's two different ones, undo and redo. So you can click it if you made a mistake. So undo. And the undo button is going to be our favorite button to use, because when Miss Rebecca will put worksheets on here, I always tell you, don't erase, use the undo button, because when you erase the worksheet, like anything on the worksheet also erases, unfortunately. So we always use the undo button. So we only use the eraser for using our pencil. And then next we have the arrow. So if Mr. Rockman can click the arrow, and then let's see, just click the arrow over the H and high. I wonder if it will, yeah, and then click delete. And then it deleted. So that was like one line. So this will also work for text too. So after you click that arrow, like any specific line or any piece of text, you can just click it once and then click delete. And then the other one is the arrows. So there's 4 arrows right next to it. And this is gonna like grab whatever is on the screen. So it could be a worksheet if you want to like place it a certain way, or it can be the shapes right here and it just moves it all together at once. So that's pretty cool. And then the next one is the arrow. So that one arrow like that, click it, and then go ahead and draw a line, and it's gonna end up coming, I think, like an arrow. Yep. So this is good when Miss Rebecca will have worksheets related to coordinate planes or drawing any types of like lines or perpendicular lines when we're doing geometry. We'll use this. And then right above it, there's like these two arrows that are like this. And then you're gonna see all these different shapes on the left-hand side. So if, a lot of the times when we play games, we play like tic-tac-toe, bingo, or different types of spelling games, sight words games, you're gonna pick a shape and then Miss Rebecca will pick a shape. So Mr. Rockmo, go ahead, pick any shape you want. And then you can just go ahead and click on the paper and drag it, and you'll like create whatever shape you want. And yeah, cool. And then the next one is text, so the letter T. You click the letter T, and then click somewhere, and then type the word hi. Then you want to click done. And then there you go. And then let's say you want to delete the word hi. Excuse me. You can click the word, or sorry, the arrow, that first arrow right next to the eraser. Excuse me. Click it, and then click on the text and delete it with the delete button. Perfect. And then the next one is actually a new one, the E. I think that's equations. We're not going to use that, so don't worry about it. And then the other thing we have is on the left-hand side, you're going to see like this graphing paper thing with a bunch of lines. It's going to be like tiny little right above that green circle of the plus, and then above the phone, then there's like the graphing one. Do you see it? There, background. So click on background color, or background, there's a dot. I think it's that one. Yeah, and then just pick whatever color you want. So that changes your background. And so this will usually be, I'll usually do this for you, like I'll change the background and then I'll create graphing paper on here. So what I'll do is for line color, I'll click line color, and I don't know, click whatever color. But it's so cool for you to know like what's available in here. And then you're gonna click line width all the way to the right, and vertical spacing, horizontal spacing. And then you see, like it creates lines. And so I'll usually do this when we're playing games. I'll create like this graphing paper on here, and then I'll go ahead and like type different things in the squares. But yeah, I think this is also cool for you to know, just because it's always good to learn new things. So yeah, and then last thing is on the right hand side, go to on the right hand side all the way to the right, there's a 1 and a 2. So go to page 2. And then so this, well, it has a worksheet on here. This is one example I wanted to show you. So like, let's have Mr. Rockmo go ahead and use the pencil. The pen, yeah, the pen. And then, okay, so like the first problem, round each number to the nearest thousand. So like 6,686, number 1, we're gonna round it to 7,000. So go ahead and write 7,000. And I just wanna show you what I meant by only using the undo button, not the eraser. Go ahead and use the eraser and erase 7,000. You see, it erases the line. So you don't want to do that. So now you're going to go back to the undo button on the bottom right. And then click it one more time. And then see, it erases, it undoes whatever, if you put the incorrect answer. So we always want to use undo on worksheets. And then that is it. So yeah, that is it. Yeah, and so what Miss Rebecca will do is I'll always go ahead and on the very first page of your bit paper, so let's say we worked on like 6 pages of your bit paper, that's making me keep track of like all the work we're doing. Then on the first page is where I'll put your homework. I'll put homework and then I'll type it all out and then I'll send it to your parents in the email. So you can always like go to your link. If you forget your homework, it's all right there for you. So I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you geniuses. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And I appreciate you and keep it genius. Bye-bye.